The Border Patrol is seeing a surge in large groups of people illegally crossing the border southwest of Tucson. Groups of sometimes more than 100 people, and there seems to be no end in sight to that border rush. We have more now in tonight's N4T Tucson Investigators Report.
The majority of the individuals that we've seen are from Central America, and they range anything from young children to family units to elder adults.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection tells the N4T Tucson investigators dealing with the large groups they've been seeing near Ajo and Casa Grande puts a significant strain on the agency.
Because it requires a lot of agents and resources to be diverted to those areas to deal with these large groups that are coming across.
On December 9th, agents stopped a group of 80 people, mostly Guatemalan nationals, who illegally entered the U.S. west of the Lukeville port of entry. The week before that, agents working out at the Ajo and Casa Grande Border Patrol stations stopped two large Central American groups totaling 124 people.
What we see typically is the smugglers that decide where these individuals are crossing the border at. So the smuggling organizations will send these individuals out in these extremely remote areas and putting everybody's lives in danger.
Back on September 4th, Border Patrol apprehended a group of 163 people at the port of Lukeville. 4 days later, 121 people turned themselves over to authorities at the Ajo station. CBP tells the N4T Tucson investigators the area along the border near Ajo is a prime location for large groups to cross.
The infrastructure that we have in place out there in the West Desert area in the Ajo, Casa Grande primarily is going to be vehicle barrier fencing, which is obviously very easily gone through by an individual versus the Nogales or say Douglas areas where we have bollard style fencing.
CBP also tells the N4T Tucson investigators this is not the first time large groups illegally crossing have been caught in southern Arizona, but this time there is a difference.
For instance, the year 2000, we had a significant amount of apprehensions here in Tucson sector, over 600,000. In those times, we did see large groups of individuals. However, the makeup of the groups that we're seeing now is primarily individuals from Central America.
CBP says they will keep doing whatever they can to deal with the influx of large groups in the West Desert, trying to stay one step ahead of the people who profit from human trafficking.
The smugglers that bring these individuals over do not have any regard for human life.
For a breakdown of the numbers of people being apprehended in the Tucson sector, including what countries they're coming from, check out our website, KVOA.com/investigators. And if you have something you'd like the N4T Tucson investigators to look into, email us at investigators@KVOA.com or call the N4T Tucson investigators tip line at 955-4444.